I am 25 years old. My boyfriend is 28. Have been together for over 5 years. We have a house and a dog. I made some mistakes at the beginning of our relationship, as I had just gotten out of a long-term relationship and was in full self-destructive mode. He forgave me. We worked through it, and I changed my whole life to never let anything like that happen again. For the last 2 years, my partner had single-handedly ruined our finances and credit history, not going to work, addicted to gambling, alcohol, and drugs, constantly partying until noon, and constantly taking out loans to cover it all. And it was taking a huge toll on his mental health, so I helped him cope and took out my own loans to keep him debt-free. This happened a few times, and each time we really worked together to get through it. Also, 3 times I have come home from the night shift and found him sitting alone in our house with some woman. I realize he has female friends, but I still find it odd. As a woman, I would never dare to come to a man's house when his partner is out in the dead of night. My partner claims that all these girls were feeling very depressed, and he was just helping them. I made it clear what I thought about this and walked away. Earlier this year, I went through his phone because I was afraid he would make the same mistakes, and I was right. He was messing up our finances again. However, I also discovered that he was texting many girls inappropriately and paying for someone's only admirers. He was also communicating with his ex, who was obsessed with him. I again made it clear that I was thinking about it and asked him to stop all of this and to let his ex know that this was unacceptable and that they could no longer communicate, but to wish her well. I really just wanted to know what was going on in his head, as he said he was still having a hard time psychologically. So I let it go again, but it really threw me off balance. A few more months went by, and I found out he's still posting on Snapchat, begging for inappropriate pictures from random girls, and gambling again. He claims it's no different than erotica, and I told him that it's different and that I don't approve of it. I didn't bring it up again, and we worked through it as I knew he was still experiencing serious mental health issues. I have continually forgiven him because he has been there for me through many mental health issues, and I know how self-destructive and toxic that can be. I noticed that he keeps changing his past code. That is 7 times in 4 months, and I told him it was weird and that he was creating thoughts in my head. I told him I would be going through his phone soon, since he claimed everything was fine there. I even said that if there was anything on there that I didn't like, now would be a good time to delete it. I really didn't want to find anything. It was more for peace of mind since he is usually pretty secretive with his phone. He never lets it out of his hand or pocket and puts it in his pillow at night. Fast forwarding a few days again, I see that he left it out. It only took a few clicks and a few seconds to realize that his work wife is not just a joking reference to a girl who has been to my house before, but a friend of mine who sends me messages complimenting me quite often. Here are a few examples of things he said. I miss you so much. You have no idea how much I love you. I can't wait to see you. You make me smile. Your ass looks great. He was also texting his ex, but many of the messages were deleted. I also noticed that he was taking out new loans and gambling through the account of one of his girlfriends. This is one of the girls who sat on my couch while I wasn't there. He was under a gambling ban, so he couldn't use his own account. That was enough for me, but he has improved in many other areas that I was worried about, so I want to give him one last chance to prove to me that he will change. This time, however, I was very strict. I told him that he should text these girls to let them know that they were caught and that it was disrespectful to me, and he should block them. I'm not just blaming the girl. I know it's my partner, but I want them to know that I know about them too. I wanted him to sit with me while I call his ex and tell her that this time it's her last warning from me. I wanted his bank account details and to look at all his finances to see how we could handle it, and I wanted his Snapchat permanently deleted. Were these terms unfair? He refused to sit with me while I called his ex. He still hasn't texted or blocked the girl he was gambling with, and we have yet to look into his finances, which he says he wants to do on his own time. However, he has already blocked the ex, texted and blocked his work wife, and deleted his Snapchat. He says he doesn't want to be rude to the gambling girl, as they have been friends for years, and it was only about gambling and nothing else. Am I wrong to think that he should immediately do what I need him to do so I can start to feel more confident in this relationship, considering how many times he's screwed up just this year? This whole thing has seriously messed with my confidence head, and I constantly look at other girls, especially those who have been in this situation, comparing myself to them. I neglected myself because we couldn't afford to keep up with styling, hair, nails, eyelashes, and eyebrows. Gym. I work overtime to cover my loan payments. He says he loves me and has apologized, but is it time for me to take my losses and walk away? Or can I let him try to fix things and work through this knowing that I love him very much and we have already built a life together? I really want to fix the relationship, but will my head be too messed up to get over it now?